Here we go. Here we go. Tournament payouts? Question mark. By user. I'm bad because of Smurfs. I can relate to that. Weekly paid tournaments have been taking place for this game, supposedly being funded by Amazon. Except Amazon has not paid for the majority of the prize pools yet. Is this just another sign that they don't give a single solitary shit about Crucible or its few remaining players? Or is there someone on the dev team who can give us some insight into why these payments are so incredibly delayed? It's a bad look for Crucible, Relentless Studios, Amazon Games, and unfortunately for the tournament organizers through no fault of their own as well. Amazon is really doubling down on making this game fail, as if they had any hope to begin with. Okay, so fair enough. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. This is something that I'd heard about a while ago. I'm on the EU competitive Discord, although I've not taken part in a tournament yet, so I can't comment fully on if it is. There are more people in the comments that are going to shed more light on this. I've had a quick scan through, but I've not properly done it. Obviously, you'd want to see the winners get their prize pools. There are a couple of people in the comments that have answers to why this hasn't been. So I'll hold off on commenting on this until we get down there. I'll comment on this. No. No. Is this just another sign that they don't give a single solitary shit about Crucible or its few remaining players? I mean, what a fucking ridiculous statement. Ultimately, the tournaments are run by someone else, right? Amazon is putting the money forward, but what will happen is this. I imagine is it Relentless? Oh, fuck, who are the people that run it? It's not a good... no, Relentless Studios are the devs below. I can't remember who the tournament organizers are. Oh, Rival Esports. There we go. So what will happen is Rival Esports will... Once a tournament is over, they'll send an invoice to Amazon to get the money, basically. I imagine. And Amazon will have put on them, right, okay, we're going to give you X amount of days term. And once they get the money, they'll then pass that on to the players. The players basically have had no buy-in. They just turned up, right? So I think this is very much a supplier-run chain in this. Amazon are basically dictating when the money gets to Rival, and then Rival, based off that, can't give the money to the players, really, based off that. It's also a crazy small amount of money for Amazon. 1,000 a week, plus whatever charge Rival will do for organizing the tournaments, I imagine. So it's probably just like, you know, they've probably just got their accounts department probably have this like tiny payment on their desk that just keeps getting shifted about. Probably doesn't. I don't think this has anything to do with the dev team, the publishers, or anything like this. This is an accounting thing at this point, and to think that, you know, anyone at Relentless working as a developer, you know, has any say over when that money is released is a bit silly, really. I don't think that's the case at all. Again, they're asking the dev team. It's an accounting thing. This is out. It's like so I work at an assembly company, right? In IT. In IT, yeah. So it'd be like asking me why some goods haven't gone out yet, right? Like, I'm not involved in that. I don't fucking know. I'm just making sure the printers still work, man. Like, why are you asking me? I think the outrage is getting pointed at the wrong place. potentially could look bad on Amazon Games as a whole, but again, it's accounts. It's just a money thing. It's an account thing. Anyway, let's move on. We have a comment from Rival Esports Manager, which is probably as close to the horse's mouth as you're going to get in terms of what's going on here. I just wanted to reiterate what we talked about in our Discord server this morning. This is interesting. The way that they phrase this is, it sounds as though they've talked before. Like, he recognizes this comment, but it might just be, you know, they've phrased it poorly. It sounds like they have talked individually before, but I imagine it's just a statement gone out that payouts are on their way. Doesn't really say anything. We have a net 60 payout schedule. For those of you that don't know, well, as far as I'm aware, net 60 is, so you bought some goods. Let's say you bought an apple with net 60 on it on the first of, wait, let me, today on the 11th, right? I've made this so fucking awkward. Never mind. An average month, fuck it. The 1st of January, right? The 1st of January. Net 60 would mean you're on the, it usually rounds onto months, I feel. Even though I'll be close enough. So you'll be at net 30 by the 1st of February, and net 60 by the 1st of March. So you have to pay the money for your apple, your pound, or however much an apple is, to the greengrocer in March, on March the 1st, because you bought it on the 1st of January. As a Twitch affiliate, we get net 45 monthly, which basically means if we've hit a threshold in terms of sub money by the end of the month, we then get 45 days from the end of the month when we then see that money, which is, that's quite common in sort of business terms, I think, to put stuff at net something monthly. What's interesting here is, my understanding is net 60 is, which for Hollow is in the millions. Yes, all that sub money. Net 60. Redding, you might know more than me on this. Net 60, because you deal with money, right? Or just another comment. Net 60. If I bought an apple, and then 10 days later I bought another apple, I would have to pay for both of those apples 60 days after I bought the first one, right? I think that's right. Even though 60 days haven't gone through for the second apple, because I'm the same customer buying something, I think I have to pay all of my invoices 60 days after the first one has been issued, but I might be completely wrong there. I don't know if there's a gross 60. I guess if it was gross, then maybe that's it. I might be wrong. Anyway, if I am right, that would suggest that if a tournament winner won the first tournament and has won every single tournament up to this point, they're all of a sudden going to get like a shit ton of money. But if the first tournament you won was the 8th, then you might have like a really long time to wait to get your money. I might be completely wrong on that though. Which means that we will pay out all the prizes within 60 days of the tournament. I need to double check. That. That's a term that I often get mixed up with stuff about its full meaning. But we'll take their word for it. So 60 days after tournament 1, they would pay for the prize pool for tournament 1. While we always hope to pay out much sooner than those 60 days. Bullshit. If you're a business, you stretch out that net 60 days until the last fucking minute on the closing day. Like, you do not you're not just handing out oh, net 60, I'll pay you back tomorrow. No, you don't do that. That's a bullshit. That's complete bullshit. No company does that. And if they do that, they're being ridiculous, because the people that they're paying will drag it out. It's just the way everything is a month or two behind in business. It's ridiculous. That gives us time to be flexible with any issues that might come up with tournament eligibility. When I read this, I loved sort of thinking about them like having net is just timing from the goods received, payment owed. I think further orders would be subject to a further, yeah. So I think I always get confused with that. I'm thinking of net monthly, net 6 or net, I don't know. Do you say it monthly net 60 or 60 net monthly? I think it's where that would be all orders within that month, because they're all getting aggregated towards the end of the month. So that's fair. Anyway, there's no way that they pay before the 60. They will drag it out until it's, and then many companies will basically just wait until the person calls up and says, hey, we had a net 60 going here and you haven't paid us. So we're like, oh shit, yeah, we'll just get the backs done for you now. Yeah, fuck. Sure you will, dude. Holy fucking, you knew it was coming. You're just ignoring it. That gives us time to be flexible. I love the idea of this, that they've got like people going through trying to find out everybody's background to make sure that they were actually EU or NA or whatever would make them ineligible. How you doing, Storm? Not eligible. Like, because as soon as money is going to go out, I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a team of people trying to make sure that somebody is not eligible so they don't have to pay any money. And gets invoices sorted with, yeah, I know, it's complete. You can even set a timed date for it, right? Like, if I can do that as a normal user, then 100% a business account can do that. I could buy goods and then set a day 60 days in the future just to pay that invoice instantly. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, tangent. I'm off on a tangent. How are you doing, Storm? Regarding the dev team's dedication to the game, I cannot speak for them since I am not employed by Amazon, but I can say that everyone I speak with loves the game and wants to see it succeed. I think this is legit. Just based off what I've seen on the Discord, like all of the devs are in there, or all of them. Lots of devs are in there, constantly talking in what seems like good spirits for the game. So I think this is fine. I think for Relentless, it is definitely like a passion thing. For Amazon, there'll be questions of money sort of coming into it and shit like that, I'm sure. Where am I? And we want to see it succeed just as much as you and I do. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Also keep in mind that Amazon is a massive company. There are multiple departments between the dev team. Yes, exactly what I was saying. I was right. Thank you. What's their name? Quintillionaire. Thank you very much for affirming my belief that, there is no way, I mean, if it's the sales team, fine, but I think it's accounting. The dev team probably don't even know who's in accounting. Like, it will be so fucking far away from them. That handles invoices, and this being the first tournament for Crucible, there was a lot. Look, the fucking accounts team have probably got an invoice for the Crucible tournament on their desk going, what the fuck is Crucible? Like, are we paying this? What? Why did Jeff not tell me about this? What the fuck is going on? Though, like, what are frogs? Exactly. There's no there. I bet the person that's supposed to be dealing with this doesn't even know what the fuck Crucible is and is like confused as fuck over the invoice. In general, I would just ask for a little more patience. Payouts are coming, I promise. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'd be happy to reply to you. So I think ultimately, I don't know where this, I don't know who is I'm bad because of Smurfs. I don't know if they're, I'd imagine that they're either a tournament player that hasn't got paid yet, or they're just someone trying to stir up shit. Ultimately, it looks like tournaments are paying. The payments are coming. Aero actually goes in here and says that he thinks we're about 43 days away from the first tournament. So, you know, there's plenty of time still. Plenty of time still, guys. Hold your horses, tournament players. Your money is coming. Okay, let's get off that. I want to play some games.